They're performing spectacularly, and I think will go down as one of the all-time great Olympic Games. Something, frankly, the Olympic world needed after two difficult games from COVID Tokyo and Rio organization. But the way that Paris has transformed the whole city into a stadium and the backdrop of the iconic buildings is just catapulting the TV ratings around the world.
And Michael, you mentioned the concerns that we saw around Rio and Tokyo, certainly a stark turnaround in Paris. But what has it meant for marketers and sponsors in particular? Are we seeing a compelling ROI here?
I think definitely. I mean, first of all, the sponsors are able to run their hospitality programs, bring in their clients from around the world. But they're also driving showcasing of new innovation and technology. I mean, these are the first games to really embrace AI technology, and partners like Alibaba have been at the forefront of driving new thinking that is helping to expand the experience in the broadcast, down to cyber tracking and protecting the athletes. It's remarkable how quickly the sports world has been embracing AI. And frankly, if we look 4 years ahead, they're already testing to what extent AI will be supporting and in some cases even replacing judging.
I mean, that's absolutely fascinating to even think about at this point. Michael, what impact do you think the Paris Olympics will have on the future host cities moving forward? Are we going to see some of that innovation being followed through moving forward?
Absolutely. I mean, these were the first games staged under what the IOC president, Thomas Bach, started called Agenda 2020. And that was to try and find a way that would stage the games that would fit the city, where you didn't suddenly have to go on some massive construction program, and to really build or create venues, many of them temporary. And I think Paris will be a major catalyst to getting cities around the world to say, yeah, maybe we should relook at the idea of hosting the games. Much in the same way that Barcelona in '92 launched a whole new era in cities understanding how to use the Olympic Games as a catalyst for transformation, as a vehicle to either rebrand or enhance the brand of the country.
Indeed, of course, the Olympics also has its critics, though, and I know you have responded to this before, but what do you say to those who suggest that this is incredibly wasteful, incredibly expensive, and having the Olympics in a different city every time it comes around ultimately doesn't pay dividends because of the cost that it requires and the logistical challenges that it brings forward? What do you say to that?
Well, I mean, firstly, let's be honest. It is not simple to stage the world's largest event and to bring 210 countries together. But what the IOC has driven, and I think Paris has embraced, is if you are not going on a major capital construction program that is not required, then the games can pretty much wash their face and break even in terms of all the broadcasting, sponsorship, and ticketing revenue. If the city wants to embark on a capital program like the French did here with the cleaning up of the River Seine, where they spent over $1 billion, that the Olympics there is the catalyst to get done what they've been talking for 50 years to do. And I think the new model, there was a time where, frankly, there was too expensive, there was too much construction going on. Even if the IOC was saying, please don't build the building, make it temporary, the politicians insisted, no, we want to build these new venues. I think now there's a much better balance and a much better business model that's fiscally intelligent and is also addressing other important issues like the environment.